Hey guys, my name is Dr. Springlock, a channel solely focused on explaining the many qualities of FNAF SFMs and other interesting stories. YouTube is the home to many content creators that put their love and effort into their work. It doesn't matter what kind of content you are presenting, as long as you have the dedication to continue the process. FNAF SFMs are very common across YouTube, but before SFM, there were video games, and before video games, there were toys, action figures, dolls, Legos, plushies were used to make up a fictional story to try and entertain people on the internet. Stories with such boldness must not go unheard. People nowadays will call content like this cringe and uninteresting. But for me, I give chances to people small or big. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing a series called Multiverse Shorts, a homemade series with many random crossovers. It was created by Freddy and his friend Gizmo Studios. This series has 5 seasons already done and ready to be reviewed by yours truly, Freddy and Gizmo. If you are watching this, I apologize for what you're about to see. With my intelligence, I shall compliment and acknowledge your hard work. Each episode will get a short descriptive summary of the plot and context regarding any unexplained moments. In this video, we will do Season 1 as a little teaser for Part 2, which is Season 2 through 5. At the end of the video, Gizmo himself will join us for an interview, so stay tuned for that. Before we start the video, there are a series of steps you as the viewer could take every time you watch my videos. Step 1, subscribe to the channel. Step 2, like the video. Step 3, hit the bell to be notified of any future videos. Step 4, join my Discord. The link will be in the description below. I'm going to say at the end of the video too, so don't worry about it. If you don't want to do it now, watch the entire video. And without further ado, let's begin. Season 1 focuses on the rise and fall of Project Z, a giant powerful reptile with power that makes Godzilla look like Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z. The one who unleashes Project Z is Nightmare Foxy, the psychopathic brother of Foxy, and his minion Woody, who is hellbent on everyone's destruction. Episode 1 is called The Race, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a race that features many characters from their respective series. This episode, unfortunately, has nothing to do with Project Z, but the winner will probably surprise you. A pretty fun episode to watch anyways. Episode 2 is called Operation Clown Mask, and it introduces Woody, who has captured Ender, and it is up to Twisted Bonnie to save him. Episode 4 is called Twisted Crimes. This episode finally introduces the main antagonist in the shadows, known as Nightmare Foxy, the brother of. Episode 5 is called Flashback. This episode introduces a new character simply named Old Man, who explains his past of being in the World Wars. Episode 6 is called The Chase. This episode is by far my favorite episode. Nightmare Foxy and Woody attack a convoy and unsuccessfully obtain whatever is in that case. Episode 7 is called Godzilla. This episode is about a giant dog going on a rampage and destroying most of the city because he is hungry. Episode 8 is called Riley's Life. This episode also has nothing to do with the plot except for the end, where it shows that Nightmare Foxy and Woody have activated Project Z. Episode 9 is called Separated. This episode explains the history between Foxy, Nightmare Foxy, and their traumatic past. Episode 10 is called Dark Awakening. This episode features the awakening of Project Z. And let's just say that Project Z is a force of nature and sends everyone fleeing. Episode 11 is called Warzone. This is the climax of the story. Project Z finally strikes and there's a huge war between the heroes and Project Z. Project Z unfortunately is too powerful to even be defeated at all. He's pretty much an immoral being. Episode 12 is called Captured. Foxy is captured, but he escapes. And now he has a plan to kill Project Z. here we are, the final episode called Episode 13, which is dubbed The Last Stand. The conclusion to Season 1. Foxy sends an insta-kill nuke at Project Z and successfully kills it. Woody confronts Foxy and has him at gunpoint. Obadi comes in and takes one for the team. Foxy defeats and possibly kills Woody, but then he is confronted by his brother, Nightmare Foxy. They then fight, and this battle ends in the most anticlimactic way possible. Gizmo sits on him. That's it. Are you expecting anything else? Oh yeah, my thoughts. To a child, this would be cringe. To a critic, it would be a 1-star. But to me, at least this counts as entertainment. People who don't have PCs can do these type of things. Overall, I enjoyed a small portion of the episodes. I can't wait for the reboot and Source Filmmaker though. Leak. A little leak. Unfortunately, I can name a bunch of cons, but the series was made by kids, so I will let it slide. Now, I'll let you hear the exclusive interview with one of the people who made this series, Gizmo Studios. Enjoy. Alright, so I am interviewing Gizmo Studios, and I'm going to be asking him 3 questions today. Say what's up to the audience.
Hello. And hi, I am the man with the plan. I made the Multiverse shorts, so thanks for having me, Epic Channel man. That's pretty cool.
That was so
Fallon show.
That was so anticlimactic.
I know, right? I was like building up to something and then just like nothing. Kind of like Multiverse shorts.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Alright, so I'm gonna ask you the first question.
Yes.
The first thing I'm gonna ask you is, while you were making this series with Forgotten Freddy, was there a conclusion already planned as soon as you started it?
I mean, honestly, I knew some of like the big plot points. I knew like all the plot twists, and I knew the reveal of Project Z and blah blah blah. I knew of that, but I didn't know when I was gonna stop, if I was gonna stop, why I was gonna stop, how I was gonna stop. All I knew was that I got some things planned out, and I knew that it was gonna end eventually. And I kind of knew that I wanted 5 seasons, but other than that, no, I had nothing else planned. I was just like, funny toy. Go
so,
zoom.
Pretty much you were going by instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Usually a good story always happens when the narrator, what's that called? The writer doesn't know the conclusion.
Yeah.
So, here's my next question. How did you feel about making it during the process?
Honestly, for the most part, I felt pretty happy about it. I knew it wasn't going to be like spectacular or anything, at least in the beginning. Later on, when I actually had editing and more than just 5 seconds, I actually felt pretty confident about all the stuff. But at first it was just kind of weird. I never really thought about just how weird it was until one day. I remember I was just making an episode and I stopped for a second. I just pondered to myself. I'm sitting on the ground, talking to no one, playing with toys, holding an iPad, and that day, I was just like, why? But there were times where I was just like, why am I doing this? Why? But other than that, I felt pretty good about it. There was some times where things didn't go according to plan. And heck, there's entire scrapped episodes that were planned, but I couldn't do because stinking iPad. So, there was a lot that I had to cut out, but for the most part, I didn't feel too bad about it. But yeah.
Good to know. I'm really understanding your dedication
Yeah, I mean, and during that time, I wasn't like thinking of it as like a job or like a even like a YouTube thing. I was just like, you know what? Let's just like do this and then just like put it on YouTube and see if people like it. Even though I got next to no attention, I will say the very little response that I got from people definitely helped. But I never felt burdened by Multiverse Shorts, at least not in the beginning when it was just like next to no popularity. I was just like, getting episodes out like almost every day. So, yeah, process was actually really fun.
All right. Was there? This is the last question. Was there an inspiration behind this?
A lot. Okay, I will say a lot of the characters are based on. It's gonna sound a little strange. Either stereotypes or just like random characters, like Old Man. My boy, he's based on the stereotypical grandpa. He's got a dementia, he's got ADHD, he's got PTSD, he's got the whole alphabet worth of disorders. He's over here crumbling like kinetic sand, stereotypical old guy. Spring Bonnie, introduced in a later season, he's got that, yo man, how's it going, man? He's got that voice, man. I actually based him on a character from a series I used to watch. It was Knuckles from the Sonic Zombies series. I mean, a lot of the characters actually just had my normal voice, like I know Sonic and Godzilla did. Woody had like the dollar store Joker voice, and which was like he was the psychotic one, and then Nightmare Foxy was like the big villain, whatever, and then Springtrap was like my He was like, if I took Nightmare Foxy and just made it more British. So, I mean, I will say that a lot of the characters themselves or their personalities were just either based on the actual character, like Springtrap was kind of based on Springtrap, but not really, because he never was a psychotic killer, he was just really smart. And, their voices were inspired by different things. And obviously the plot was, there's episodes that are really reminiscent of different games and stuff. There's multiple chase scenes, there's spooky, scary Halloween episodes, there's stereotypical Grinch plot, But yeah, there's a lot of inspiration from stuff I was watching. But I think I made all that work. I don't think it felt too processed or too cloned. It was just, I cherry-picked little pieces of this show, little pieces of that show, give it my own spin, and made it somewhat funny, I guess, so. And that's really it.
So before we end this little interview, do you have anything to say for any future storytelling?
Oh boy, I can tell. I can tell. I don't know for sure, but I think Forgotten Freddy might have told you to ask me this. Is that right about that?
What do you mean?
Like, did Fred Boy ask you to ask me this?
No, I'm asking you this from my own respective words.
Yeah, well, this is actually the question I'm most excited for, because I will admit, Multiverse Shorts went on for a long time. 5 seasons, Jesus Christ, most shows don't even last that long.
I gotta reveal it, so thanks a lot.
Yeah. And there was actually another show planned afterward, Multiverse Shorts: The Next Generation. There was actually 3 episodes that already came out. They were all there, but then after the 3rd episode, I realized that the whole template of playing with toys behind an iPad isn't going to stick. 5 seasons is plenty long enough. The sequel show, I have a lot of plans for it. I still do. But it's just the fact that I couldn't hang on to that whole toy template, so I canceled it. But I will say, I don't have my own computer. I know I'm a loser. I don't have SFM yet. I know, even bigger loser. But mark my words, one of these days, when I get a computer and I get Source Filmmaker, and I'm actually good at it, Multiverse Shorts is getting a reboot, completely in SFM, all the cool stuff. Because the thing about the original Multiverse Shorts is that because I was essentially dealing with toys and an iPad, and I can only use one hand, that really limited the things that I can actually do. But with SFM, sky's the limit, or how long it takes for your PC to crash. But, I can do a lot more with it, so that's the plan. And also, the sequel show will get made in SFM, and the threequel show will get planned and made in SFM, and wherever I go from there. But I don't expect it to be too much longer. Just, I mean, I expect the show to just be more serious, more dark. The episodes are going to be a lot longer. It's actually going to be better plot. I'm not going to sound like a freaking rubber ducky for the entire show, and it'll actually make sense, and characters won't just appear and then immediately disappear. So don't get your hopes up, because it's not going to come out for like a long time. Probably not. I mean, I'm probably going to be on my deathbed and be like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the first episode. Just something to think about. But yeah.
I see. So, question, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do. Obviously, Forgotten Freddy, which isn't mine, but I'm on it occasionally.
Oh, so like you and Forgotten share it, and you apply your own videos and all that.
Yeah, I'm not on there very often because it's not mine, but I do have my own channel, and it's such a creative name. It's called Gizmo Studios. I can't talk. You should subscribe to it. I don't really know what I do on there. I just do memes. I got a couple of funny haha franchise series. I got some funny stuff on there. You can go subscribe if you wanna laugh at an idiot for a couple minutes. You should go there. So yeah, just subscribe to Forgotten Freddy and Gizmo Studios. That's really all I have to say. Thanks for having me. It's nice to see that Multiverse Shorts is getting attention, even though it's kind of already ended. But it makes me happy that my show that at one point in time was struggling to get 10 views is now actually getting some spotlight, and it's giving me inspiration to get that SFM reboot out faster. I'm saving up. I'll get there. But thank you. It's a pleasure.
Indeed. You heard it there, folks. Both of their channels will be in the link in the description below. Make sure you go subscribe. So until next time, thank you, Gizmo.
Yes, thanks for having me. It was really nice to be here.
Alright guys, see ya.
Woo.
Hey guys, Dr. Springlock here. Click here to subscribe to my YouTube page. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button below this video, and remember that the notification bell is very important. See you guys. This is Dr. Springlock, signing off.